Yeah, I love vampire stuff. I'm all into sucking blood, living forever. Some shady shit going on? Oh no. A lot of background stuff, really? Oh no. I mean, just some of this, mix it up nice and juicy. Mmm, getting creamy. Slopping it up good. Okay, slop it, put it on there, paper it down, do it. All right, let's do ourselves a favor and get a piece of some cardboard, some boards of the card variety here. Now the first couple are going to be shit probably until we get the flow of it. Let me see. Make a fucking mess, shall we? Let's just make a fucking mess. Ranting. Alright, now what we do here, we're gonna Blaylock. Ookie Blaylock. Let's see, we're gonna probably put a little of this in here. That should be plenty for now. Put that over here. Now we take this, right? Clean our tubings off here. Clean the cylinder. No, he's definitely going to be wasting his life playing League of Legends. That's pretty good. Now we take this over here. Or maybe too much ink. Let's give it a go. But we'll see what it is we've got going on. Brayer, check. Well, there's a lot of extra room here. You can make what I'm doing is fast and loose. I'm honest to God doing some fast and loose shit. So if you're wondering, like, if this is the best way to do it, it isn't. You can build a rig that holds everything just so you don't fuck shit up. You always get the paper lined up properly. You can tape the paper down if you want to do that. Like, I would say if you're working a little bit larger, but see here, I'm just trying not to make a huge and there's the first print. I will say it's a little crooked. We probably need to. That actually turned out really good. The ink, Ink carrying over is pretty good. Probably need to make sure we it turned out good. Yeah, nobody knows when you cut it, but you got to kind of cut it. Sort of straight. Oops, I got a link on my finger. I do like this brayer's got a little bit of a curve to it. I do like doing a print or two that's kind of like rough. The ink's not as... See that one like come out a little bit more janked. It's not that bad though. Problem is getting the shit put where it needs to be. Have a nice fat brayer, or like a fat spreader here, whatever the fuck it's called. The old fat spreader is the best. I'm just trying to line it up a little bit. You'd probably want to line it up a little bit better, no shit. But well, the thing is, if you wanted to do, like, if I wanted to do a rainbow design, like for the line work, like all of it, instead of it just being all black, have like it cascade, have like a gradient. You would on your rolling area, you'd roll it, or you would individually roll. You can get smaller rollers, so you can be more precise with what you roll. It'd be more of a pain in the ass for sure. But if you wanted to do, say, like instead of it all being black on white, you wanted the skull to be like pink, and you wanted the line work to be black. Of course, you'd have to, you know, plan that ahead when you did your cutting. You'd have to have a couple different types, and you would have to make very sure that you have everything lined up right. Like it would be far more important to line up. That's pretty good. If you rub too hard, it's going to make some... Like if you wanted to make, you know, you'd have to cut these, and then, you know, like this would have to be, like all of these would have to be, if you wanted this to be purple or red, you'd have to have two of these, and then instead of the eyeballs here, there's a way of multi-doing. I'm trying to kind of, it's hard to explain, but you have to have a couple different blocks with different resin areas. But if you just wanted to do like a rainbow color, which I've done that before on, like, say, I've done two different greens before on like a ooze monster thing. It was a long time ago though. But you just take your two rollers, two different colors, and roll them on. Instead of rolling them on all the way like that, you'd roll a little bit. You know, you would get your two rollers inside, do green, and then like red over here or something like that. It'd be that. That's what you'd have to do. And it's not, you know, there's nothing stupid about that question either. It's a good question, because the thing is much like everything else, and you know, you gotta ask questions to learn something. Otherwise, you'll never learn anything. But yeah, it's... Usually when I do these prints, if I want to add color, I can come back in and like Like I can squirt some gold over it or something. Like, well, I'll show you in a minute with like a thicker piece of. I got some ink over here. It'd probably look good. And hello, Atomic. How you doing? Doing good today? You definitely there's multiple ways to do it. The problem is that the more colors you get, the more colors that you want to do, like individual colors, like screen printing on a t-shirt or anything like that. The more colors, the more complex you have to plan out and everything. Man, that's actually real good. Where am I getting this at? Where's this? I mean, it's fine because like, is there like some? I mean, it's fine because that's going to get chopped. Really, it don't matter. It's a little crooked. If I had to do this, I had a little bit more time to plan this. We could probably, you put a rig to where you know it's sitting the way it is, and then there's a line here. You know, like this wouldn't move. You'd have some like double-sided tape hold it down or something. Then you'd have like the a line here so you can you know, always get our use out of this ink before it's spent. You can go this direction too if you want, if you're afraid you're going to miss something, but luckily this is wide enough to really get all of it. It'd be good to have a corner, but I want to have extra room on either side, because if I push it over here, if I just did it like that, like it would probably not, you know what I'd have extra here, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it would, let's try it for fun here, just for, it wouldn't be, like it would be weird because I'd have to cut excess off this other side, but it would feel kind of, just put my hand on it to hold her down, get it tacky stuck, and then I can start rubbing it, because if you're not careful, it's like I'm holding it in place with one hand while I'm rubbing it with the other hand. So that way you don't smear the ink, because you can really shit up a print pretty quick. But see, if I did it like this, like I booted up against it, maybe, but I kind of want with the print, the finished print, to have like an 1/8 of an inch or so, 1/4 of an inch of space, for the sake of if somebody wanted to frame it. Because I'll show you what I'm talking about when I pull this up in a second. You're not going to have any room on the bottom and the side here. The only problem is I'd like to have a 1/4 inch, and I'm trying to do this fast and loose and not planning. Now, to be fair, I've got plenty of ink here, and it may be another day that we do it. Like, so this may just be practice runs. We may do giveaways with these or something. I hate to do that, because the whole point of some of these prints is, yeah, you could do this, especially with this linoleum. You could probably do this I can do 100 prints, but the idea is to have a limited run, if you would. That makes it more enjoyable. See, because like if you do that, this is cool, and I could easily chop this, but I wanted to see, like as you see here, there's not enough room. Yeah, it would be. You could probably lip over that. And this would work, but I would rather kind of just shoot the shit. I am kind of proud that we have this like you can't really tell, but like these little dots of resin spots on the edging, so that way I know where we're at, because if we were just, it'd be tough to fire out that. The hardest part when it comes to printing is having room to put all these little tacky ink covered things, because they gotta dry. So it's important to I'm trying to use this ink up. I don't want to have to put more on the board for this run. We may have to. It's looking like it may have to, because this is not as glossy. But from there we may get something really cool, like a we got a pretty good bit left of paper. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I'm not going to count that 5th one there. That one's kind of shit. So all I'm trying to do is like I'm going to butt it and then back it. If I had some tape, that'd be kind of probably the better choice. But yeah, if you were doing this, I mean, sometimes like if you're doing certain, if you're gonna really plan out multiple colors, I mean, even with this single color, you'd probably not want to be going ape shit like this, because to be fair, it would be this is a little fast and loose. I like to do things fast and loose. You'd probably plan this out. You'd have it in a bigger area, a lot more things. You don't bear down too hard, but you make sure you really get a lot of rubbing done. I've got ink on there for some reason. I don't know what happened. It's okay if it's on the back, as long as you don't ruin it. Oh, that can come out good. Really like to round this tooth here. There's little bits of giblets and shit. Yeah, it may be on the desk. Like everything here is like there's shit everywhere, so there's a high chance it is. I have a string pulled here that I used to hang up the prints, like with little pins and stuff, but I've not done it in so long. And it kind of would be in the damned way. We may actually only do a few more of these. Because I think I want to do like some spatter of some gold. Because this is about done, this ink is. It's on here, but it is. Whew. Yeah, the string hanging from the ceiling, put them up on, it's. This may be a bit faint. You'll start knowing if you're running out of ink and it's not getting a good coverage, because it'll start getting dried out. I'm eyeballing it up against that. And we get the length here so we can just do whatever we want when it comes to. We got a little extra so we can cut it off, but I'm hoping I can do it in a way. Once you get one edge cut, though, it'll be easy to hack the rest of the edges on correctly. I need the thicker ink, because a thicker paper, I think, because I wanted to put some like color in the background. If you guys see the big print, the huge one I did, it's called the Goya or whatever, some shop. Probably one of my favorites. Favorite pieces of art I've ever created. I've got a couple of them, and I'm gonna make sure to frame those for myself when I get a place that I value decorating. So, you know, place will be hanging up in my study. Let me see, can I rub that one more? It's definitely getting a little spent. Is that hair? That is a hair. Let it dry first. There's a hair on there. I have to take these in the other room and set them on a couch. So we have what? We got a little piece of Pat's DNA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wish we could get one more. There's a couple more. That one's not going to be used. This one right here, the one as cool as it's covered, it's like right there on the edge. I mean, I don't think it would work as good. It's not. I mean, I could make something cool, like where is that paper? I know it's there. I've just seen it yesterday or the day before when I was digging around here. There's another wood cut. We do not use the glue this shit. It was right here. This is weird. Why the hell is it not here anymore? There it is. There it is. There's a skeleton hand. We could do it with red or something. Just shits and giggles on that one, so it's like a special one. So we could tape it and we could stick it, you know, like that, and make. You know, this is out of wood. This one certainly wouldn't be very good to keep using. It probably wouldn't be good to use anymore, but like for the sake of a print. Where's the other colors? Yeah, we may not do that. May have to wait for it to dry. That'd probably be smarter. What we can do is let's try that out. I mean, that is a fucking horrible. This red's seen better days. It's certainly going to have a red tinge to it, but not. It's still going to be black, somewhat like a dark color. Let's see. Try not to bear down too hard. And definitely, you can see a little red tinge to it, but it is definitely still black primarily. There's just a little bit of red, like a crimson color. I like that, actually, to be fair, in my opinion. But I didn't know it was going to mix, because over here it's red as a fucking beet. This one will be redder, it looks like. Yeah, it's not even, the roller's not even wanting to roll. It's so marred up. It's getting a little dry. We probably have to. That's the problem with it. You got to be careful. But yeah, the red, the little red tinge, like if you're looking at it right up close, it looks definitely, there's bits of red in there, which is nice. I like that. But I'm just trying to, while we have the opportunity, I don't know how much we'll part with these for, but it all depends on how well they get cut. So I want to do some thicker ones, but I don't want to do too many, because like I said before, the beauty of it is yes, it's linoleum and it will last for a good while, and you can do this, you know, but like we may do some special ones that I hand paint behind the background or something. But the purpose of these is to, you have only a certain amount. A lot of times you see people, when they do them, they'll make it and then they'll deliberately take a razor blade to the linoleum and cut it into pieces, so that way you can never make it again. That way there's a run of 20 signed and dated, numbered. So like, there's definitely ways in which to do it that it makes it better than just something you would print. Oh man, that didn't. Yeah, that looks good. Like, it's like, I don't know if you guys can see that red, but it is there. Let me show you by another black one. See the difference? It's a slight difference, but this one has more of a red tinge. That's really nice. What I wanted to do is take them, because I wanted the thicker ink. I've got some gold I wanted to splatter some gold and just go whoosh and squish it. Let that dry. Then I can print black over the top of that. So that way, if you guys see the Vigoya one, look on my art shop of the girl with the horns. You can actually see her hanging on the wall here. This is the size of the original. The posters are huge. I need to actually get one like matted and framed, because I'd love to hang it just right here in the background. It would be cool. It would be a good place to display it, because it's one of my favorite pieces. That's why it's on my business card. If you bought anything from me, you get a business card, and when you get the business card, you'll see that that's on there. This one may be less red. We're starting to reach the point of no return on this ink, where we're going to have to give it a rinse off and clean it off, or it'll dry too gummed up. I really should put a piece of tape down for the future so I can line it onto the tape, because as long as we start off, like, you can definitely do this a whole lot better. There's some people that are really close here that oh, I laid that one crooked. It's fine though. That's the beauty of having too big a paper. You can always cut her down. As long as you don't ass up the first edge, you're good. You won't be chasing it. Although, if you were to start it, like, the whole point is don't do as I'm doing here. If you don't want to have to fret extra during the cutting phase, don't worry about it, you know? Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not necessarily, half of my reaction is a mild disappointment from me doing this fast and loose, because I like to do things like this, you know, but too much planning, it becomes tiresome, and my ADHD kicks in. So the faster I can get something done, the better I like it. Yeah, that's good. Oh, that's nice. I'll probably put a little, you can see it's kind of, you know, there's a little edgings, which is fine, but you can tell like there's probably a little bit too much ink squirted on it. My God, there really is a lot of shit in here. Hold on, let me take some of these and put them in the other room just for... it's hard, I can't grab them more than one at a time, or two at a time. I can't lay them on top of each other. In the bastards, they'll dry fairly quick. It's not like a oil paint or anything. It's not going to take for fucking ever to dry it out. How many papers we got left? Two, three more? Two more? Two. It seems like two more. All right, let's get two more out. Let's because you can't really. This is the only problem. Is I usually use this other type of print paper, and this paper is good. This is good for printing. This is, but it's not thick. And there's a thicker print paper that Strathmore makes that I've used. Yeah, I actually touched the table there. Whoops. Because you can, when you don't lay it right, if you move this, if this wiggles on here in any fucking capacity, it's going to mess up all that crisp detail. You'll be out a piece of paper. They don't really bother me because I use regular paper like a normal human. I'm not one of those people that tries to spend $400 on paper. I remember one time I used a coupon to buy fancy hot pressed watercolor jizzed on by Da Vinci himself paper. Cost like 8 times more than the other paper, and I got it and I used it, and it works the exact same fucking way. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, it was wasteful, really, to be honest. Like, you know, it's all the shit is archival. It's not like I'm using goddamn, you know, sales papers from fucking AutoZone or something like that. I'm using, you know, it's just crazy to see that people want to, you know, pay more for something because I guess helps them to charge more. I guess when I become a giant money-making entity of an art creator, I'll have to write off all this on taxes, so everything I buy has got to be $8,000. Magma pressed, you know, jizz infused plasma paper. Well, I tell you, that red is real thick and chunky. All right, we have one more to do. One more that we have done. I'm actually going to take that skull, skeleton hand, put some ink on that, and a little rough and ready here. That's pretty good. I got a little buck wild on that. Oh yeah, I love when some of it kind of doesn't come up and kind of doesn't go down. I'm weird like that. Okay, let's put these over here, and I'm going to put a little ink on this skeleton hand. We're going to toy with this one. Wish it was a little redder than that, but I don't want to. Starting to stick to the paper. And the thing here is this isn't linoleum, so this shit right here is gonna suck some fucking ink up if we don't stick on there pretty quick. Try that out. Just kind of fucking around with this one as we can. That's cool. You know, I wish it were in the other direction, but we're just messing around. I wish it was done red, but we didn't. I didn't want to put any more red down and waste that. Wasting that on the red would be more of that. Doesn't that great of a cut. Yeah, use the other side. Yeah. Now let me, I will have to take this in here right now and rinse it in the sink, because if I do not, I will be playing hell getting this shit off. It will be 100% torture. So give me 1 second. Look at this while I'm gone. Enjoy the visual splendor of printmaking, and I will hose these off.